You're only a what if away from great holidays. Book now with whatif.com. What if it's Aussie for travel? It's Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins.
Boom. Happy Friday. Welcome to the show. It's lovely to have you here. Thanks for being a part of it, though I know you wouldn't be anywhere else because another day, another chance at more than $30,000 today. You see, we're playing Alphabucks 3 times a day. Every time we play, it's worth 10 grand. We play at 6, we play at 7, we play at 8. Now, in case you missed it yesterday, massive announcement. We've been teasing the fact that we are going to make this happen for someone. Have a listen to this.
Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins is the home of big cash winners. Our $10,000 Alphabucks has gone off again.
Oh my God!
And again.
Thank you. You're very welcome.
And again.
Oh, I can't believe it. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
And so that we could keep those winners coming, we started playing $10,000 Alphabucks at 6 a.m, 7 a.m, and 8 a.m, giving you more chances than ever before to win this life-changing cash. But all we've heard is this and this.
It's so much harder when it's live.
Oh, yeah.
And this.
Oh, Rick, not to be today, mate, unfortunately.
That's all right, mate. Thanks for the chance.
So we're about to make things even easier. Stuff 3 times every morning. Starting next week, we're playing $10,000 Alphabucks every 30 minutes. 6, 6:30, 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, and 9. That is $70,000 on the line every single morning. Someone will win life-changing cash here on Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins. So set your alarms, practice up, because your shot at becoming our next big cash winner is coming up every 30 minutes from 6 a.m. Monday. Are you ready?
You better be ready because it's going to be massive. So that's Monday. Every half hour on the show, and you know what? We might even sprinkle an occasional bonus one in there as well. Maybe towards the end of the show too.
It's Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins.
A big weekend on the telly this weekend, the Australian Idol Grand Finale. And we've got somebody from WA representing us. An incredible voice, and in particular for a 16-year-old. Gisella, have we got you there?
Hi.
Good morning. It's Pete here. I've also got producer Rami in here with me.
Morning, Gisella.
Good morning, Rami and Pete. Thank you so much for having me. You guys are literally my favourite radio station of all time. So
get
it's
out.
such an honour.
Are you serious?
No, seriously. I listen to you guys every single morning since I was in primary school. So this is like insane.
Oh, that is very kind of you, mate. And we've been watching you as you make your way through Australian Idol and into this weekend in the grand finale, 7 p.m. Sunday on 7 and 7 Plus, with the winner announced at 7:30 on Monday, which hopefully it's you. How are you feeling, mate? You're through to the grand finale.
Oh, honestly, it's such an honour to be through to the grand finale. I never expected that from my first audition I would now be in the grand finale. It's like mind-blowing to me.
$100,000 in prize money. Have you thought about what you'd do with that money if you won?
Honestly, I've got a twin, and he was like, "Oh, we should definitely go halves," but I told him no. But no, I think probably I would spend it on music and getting my career started. Probably that would be the best, I guess, spendings.
Absolutely, yeah. Invested back into yourself. That's a good idea. Now, Gisella, so you'd be familiar with a couple of our segments, including Yay or Nay, and we thought, considering you're such a fan, would you play a round of Yay or Nay with us this morning?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, please.
All right, let's get into it.
Pete and Kimber's Yay or Nay.
All right, so producer Rami is in
Yes.
here to explain what Yay or Nay
All right,
is.
Gisella, I've got a topic for you. And when I say the topic, you've got 3 seconds to say yay if you're for it or nay if you don't like it. Okay?
Okay.
All right?
Awesome.
Now, first one, Marsha Hines.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, yay.
Absolutely.
This is incredible, right? So we saw that she travelled to Perth to surprise you at home to deliver the news that you were going to get your own sort of private audition. Is that right?
That is right. Yeah, I was literally doing filming at home for my backstory, and a couple minutes later, Marsha rocked up and she came into my house, and it was just like the most amazing moment ever. And then that's when she told me that in the next hour I will be doing my audition.
How nervous were you? Because your audition was to perform at her Perth concert. That is crazy to be able to do that at 16 years of age. Were you nervous?
I was like pooping my pants, honestly. It was like, it was insane, and I did not know I was going to be doing that day, so that was crazy. The best moment of my life.
All right, give her the next one. Let's go.
All right, second one, Amy Shark.
3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Oh, that was a very nice yay, as if she's been like a really good person to you on the show this season.
Yes, Amy Shark is amazing, and she's really beautiful as well. So she's an incredible artist, and she's just a nice person in general.
She's lovely, isn't she? We've had her plenty of times on this show. She actually flew us over to Sydney last year for the Australian Idol, one of the episodes, so we could come and catch up with her and see how it all runs and all that sort of stuff. She's one of the most beautiful people on the planet, Amy Shark.
She really is.
She's amazing. I love her.
All right. And third and final one, Kyle Sandilands.
3, 2, 1.
Yay!
Oh, come on, Gisella.
As if.
We're gonna do it again. Kyle Sandilands.
3, 2, 1.
It's still a yay.
Right, okay. Now, this is the thing, right? Go on, you explain. Why is it a yay?
Kyle is a yay because he is actually a really sweet, nice person if you actually get to know him outside from the cameras. He's been really kind to me, besides those couple moments on the show when I sung Defying Gravity and he didn't like it, but that's okay, you know?
You take it in your stride, mate. We've got a bit of audio here. Goosebumps.
Who the hell would not like that?
You nailing it like that in front of that audience and that crowd on the Australian Idol stage, and then he's like, I don't want to see any more musical theatre here on Australian Idol.
And you can't make a 16-year-old cry. They showed a scene of you and you were almost in tears. Like, that was heartbreaking to watch.
I would say I just didn't really know how to feel because I kind of did expect something like that to happen because Kyle is obviously not a fan of musicals, which is why I tried my hardest to make it pop because that it was obviously singing Defying Gravity was for the theme of Movie Week, and that was the most popular song of the year. So I tried my hardest to make it pop because that's what the artist I am. I'm a pop R&B singer. So I tried my hardest, and, you know, it's just the song, and he didn't like it. And that's okay.
Yeah.
It got better from there. So that was good.
Pete, I think she's ready. I think she's ready to win this.
I think
she's
you're
been
ready.
trained vocally, but also PR-wise. She's saying all the right things.
Absolutely. Definitely ready to win that, but we'll take it in her stride if she comes third. 100%, mate.
I was going to say, Jess Mowboy, Ricky Lee, Shannon Knoll, some big names have not won the show, but go on to have successful careers. So you be okay, girlfriend.
Please excuse my friend here and his Marsha Hines accent. Hey, Gisella, WA is behind you, mate. Remember to vote this weekend by texting on 0457 500 700 the name Gisella, Gisella. Go well, mate. Looking forward to you winning this thing this weekend, all right?
Thank you so much.
It's Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins.
Give me the gossip.
Gossip Queen.
Tell me everything.
Gossip Queen Alana McLean. Thanks for coming in here. We're going to be spending a bit of time together getting our run on the latest goss in the next 20 minutes or so.
Good morning, Pete. Well, it's been a little bit of a sad week, hasn't it? Because we lost one of Hollywood's greats. Val Kilmer, aged only 65 years of age, obviously passing away from pneumonia earlier in the week, but he had such a brave battle with throat cancer for years. And it basically rendered him without a voice, but he was still very vocal in, the community. And he had some of the most prominent leads, didn't he, through the 80s and 90s. I know you would have been a Batman.
Massive Batman fan. Massive Batman
Crusader.
fan. Yes, absolutely. It was one of my favourite ones because it had the Joker, not the Joker, sorry, a Two-Face, Riddler. Like that cast was absolutely stacked. And then Val Kilmer just brought it all together, So, yeah,
Jim
one of my
Morrison
favourites.
as well. He was in The Doors. And obviously one of his most iconic roles was as Iceman in Top Gun. And this was really special because in 2022, even though he couldn't speak, he managed to reprise his role with Tom Cruise in the film. And do you know how they made him speak?
Yeah.
Is basically they got his son Jack, who has a very similar sounding voice, and they combined it with AI and managed to make a voice that sounded exactly how Val would have sounded.
The Navy needs Maverick. The kid needs Maverick. That's why I fought for you. That's why you're still here.
I didn't know he was in The Godfather as well.
Too soon, Pete. Too soon. That was obviously a really powerful scene, and we hadn't heard from Tom Cruise until just a few hours ago because CinemaCon is going on over in Las Vegas at the moment. So he took to the stage and he said, I can't tell you how much I admire Val's work, how grateful and honoured I was to work with him. He made everyone do a moment of silence. He said, my pal, I wish you well on the next journey. So not a dry eye in the house. But also we had some other stars hitting the red carpet, including our very own Aussie, Chris Hemsworth, who paid homage to Val.
Incredible actor, one of my favourite actors as a kid growing up, and how many iconic roles and films that he was in.
I think I was in first grade when Top Gun came out, and it really changed my life.
Sounds like Chris Pratt there. Yeah. Look, Valet to him because absolutely stunning career, stunning actor. And, you mentioned The Doors and Jim Morrison. He looked more like Jim Morrison than Jim Morrison looked like Jim Morrison,
And if you want to see more of Val, his documentary that he made in 2021, again with his son Jack, narrating the story, it's still available on Amazon Prime, so a good weekend watch.
Yep. Now, we're going to come back. Can't wait to get into this because it is dominating my social feeds at the moment, and just how much the latest Snow White film is just being panned, criticised, the drama, the juice that is coming out. I cannot get over how bad this has flopped. Go ahead, mate.
Oh, there we go. Marks are good. Look, it has completely been shrouded in controversy and it has completely failed at the box office. This has taken 4 years to make. It has been plagued by problems. COVID, they had a set fire, there was reshoots, but their leading actress, Rachel Zegler, is where a lot of the problems have occurred. Now, that's a name that you'll be going, who? She was only in one feature film, West Side Story, before she got cast in this role. And she really had that newbie shine about her. Everyone was very excited. But then she started going absolutely rogue during some of the promotional interviews to do with the film, basically bagging out the original plot of the story, which is a love story with a prince and it's a fairy tale and it's a happy ending.
I cannot stand when people do this because at the end of you don't bite the hand that feeds you. You are in this role with this opportunity because that happened.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And she started being really feminist about the whole thing, but she was taking it to another level. Take a listen to some of her comments.
The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her. Weird. That people will assume is a love story just because, we cast a guy in the movie. Right. Andrew Burnap. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut. Who knows? It's Hollywood, baby.
Sorry, mate. You've immediately lost me. You have.
Well, she started losing a lot of people. Then she started going on social media tirades. She was basically condemning all the Trump supporters. She was saying, may you never find peace. Burnt coffee, wet socks, screw you all. So she's got a lot of US social commentators like Candace Owens, Megyn Kelly, Ben Shapiro up in arms. Take a listen.
Rachel Zegler is extraordinarily woke, but she's woke in a way that's quite deranged.
No one on the right side of America can stand the star of this movie.
But you don't seemingly like your own character, so she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
The star, Rachel Zegler, is unbelievably charmless in public.
She was, as woke as they are.
She just sounds bitter and angry.
I don't think they're going to buy it. I don't think they're going to watch it. I don't think they're going to like it.
Every time she speaks, she gets less likable.
This truly is the worst casting, maybe, in the history of the film industry.
You know, it's amazing because, that's the conservative side.
Mm-hmm.
And I reckon if you went and dug into Disney's numbers, it would be the conservatives that prop them up because all of the original feature films feature a lot of that sort of conservative theming, and those thoughts that she is against. But that's their audience. And also, she's going after Trump supporters. He won the election.
Yeah, I know.
So she's gone after the majority.
And look, this
it's
is
wild.
the thing. You've got to market to the parents. And this is where everyone's saying she just hasn't had the understanding to capture that.
Yes,
so,
right.
look, another massive issue was to do with the casting of Little People because obviously the story Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, very famous little person actor from Game of Thrones, Peter Dinklage, he came forward and said, look, I can't believe Disney are being so progressive by casting a Latino woman as Snow White, but then still telling this story of the dwarves living in a cave. So Disney came forward and said, oh, look, fair point. We don't want to reinforce the stereotypes. We're going to recreate the dwarves storyline and call them magical creatures and depict them in CGI. So that has angered now people in the Little People acting community. Take a listen to this.
Peter Dinklage, you're rich or not. We're trying to be extras or, we're in Johnny Knoxville's Jackass if we're lucky. And so for them, they're like, you're not going to cast us to be inclusive and progressive. But these guys at Disney, they're not that bright. They're not that smart. And we see that because they can't come up with any new IP.
It boils my blood. It runs me hot, it does, because there's nothing wrong with the originals. There's absolutely nothing wrong. If you want to remake it for us, the fans, and just keep it where it needs to be. And clearly, Peter Dinklage has got it wrong. By the sounds of things as well.
People aren't loving it. It is a massive flop at the box office. It only opened to $43 million. That is the lowest Disney remake at the opening weekend box office since they've started doing these remakes,
and against a $270 million budget.
Yep.
And I thought this was one of the funniest things. One of my favourite movies, closet Dragon Ball Z fan, was a movie called Dragon Ball Evolution. No, I'm out there and proud. I sat in the cinema by myself watching the premiere. There was nobody else in there.
Yeah.
And ever since this movie came out, we've rejoiced because that's now no longer the lowest rated movie on Metacritic. It's now this one.
Pete
with
Corelli,
Ziegler. So
you are the man of silver linings.
Indeed.
It's Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins.
Dear Pete.
Dear Pete, in lieu of Kimber being away at the moment. Yeah, Dear Pete. Love when you send these in. You can get in touch with us at peteandkimber.com.au. You can send us through on the text line as well, 04800 21 945, or even over our DMs. This is an interesting one because as soon as I read this, I was like, I hate when this happens. Dear Pete, I've discovered some heart-shattering news and my family is telling me that I'm being ridiculous. I want you to really pay attention to that part there, right? Her family's telling her that she's being ridiculous. Let's see if you feel the same way. I've heard through the grapevine of my family that my own brother is planning to propose to his girlfriend at my wedding. I'm furious, but for some reason, no one else seems to share my outrage. And I'm being told to allow him to just propose whenever he wants to, even if it is going to be at the wedding. Am I being ridiculous here? It's my wedding day. Am I crazy for not wanting him to steal the thunder? Regards, let's throw it out there, right? So 13 10 60, get in touch with us. Now, you're hearing this right now. The best way to help this person with this advice is to tell your story, okay, so she can hear what has happened in your situation, okay? So get on the phone, 13 10 60. Has this happened to you? Has somebody done a surprise proposal at your wedding? All right, or maybe you've got an opinion about whether or not this person's being ridiculous, Should she just snap it all up and go, all right, you know what, I'm going to side with the family here. If my brother wants to propose at my wedding, go ahead. It's a fun day for everybody. Is she crazy for not wanting him to steal the thunder? Maybe you're on the other side of this as well. So 13 10 60, this is fantastic. Thank you. The calls are coming through. Billy, good morning, mate. Thanks for calling. What happened at your sister's wedding?
Oh, yeah, so at my sister's wedding, her best mate got proposed to. Everyone was pretty much congratulating them and celebrating them and, pretty much disregarding the whole wedding. So, I see where this person's coming from, and it's not ridiculous at all.
Yeah, right. So you saw all of the attention shift from your sister to your sister's mate, and you just don't think that's fair?
No, not fair at all.
Yeah, okay. I feel the same way. I mean, there's 365 days in a year, 364 other days to do a proposal, frankly. Anthony, I'm being told here that you had to keep your proposal a secret. What happened?
Yeah, correct. We're at a destination wedding in Broome, and I proposed a day or two after the wedding we were at, and my wife was not having a bar of telling anybody.
Is that right?
Yeah, we had a pretty big row about it, actually. I was telling her, well, give me the ring back. Come on, this is our time too. But look, I 100% agree. There's no way you should be proposing on the wedding day, but yeah, I think, a day or two after, I think you're all right.
Okay,
Sure.
so you felt comfortable enough a day or two after. You didn't even have any sort of little inkling in the back of your mind that, okay, look, we're here for somebody else's wedding. Maybe this isn't appropriate.
No, not really. We're all friends, so I thought, they get married, we've done the big day, everything's awesome, and then after that, we can then share it with our friends. But,
okay. And you weren't happy you had to keep the secret. Right.
Correct.
Oh, Anthony, interesting. Okay. Mel, this happened to you. Hello, Mel.
Hello, sorry.
Hi. No, that's all good, mate. So this happened to you, did it, Mel? It was your wedding?
No, it was my sister's wedding, and I was the one that was proposed to.
No way. Oh,
So,
wow. Okay.
really, really quick story. So I live in the West. My family's all over East, and myself and my boyfriend had flown over for my sister's wedding, and I think my dad in his older age man wisdom was like, Scott, just hold off until, you get to Tassie, because then Mel can celebrate with her grandparents, with us, with her sisters, with all the family,
Right, so
And
Scott's your partner, right?
Yeah,
okay.
I kind of get my dad's thinking, because I'm really close with my family anyway. And he did wait until, so my sister and her husband had left on their honeymoon. So they'd left the reception venue. We were kind of like cleaning up, doing the last minute family things. And Scott proposed to me there, but my sister was so mad. Like, her wedding day had been like over and done with. They were on their way to the hotel, all that, and it kind of caused like World War III in my family, because people were on both sides of, he shouldn't have done it. I was the one, I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, well, I gotta be honest with you, Mel, because even me, you saying that, I suppose if it was happening and they were still there, I would be on the side of, oh, God, I'm mad about this. You can't do that.
100%.
But there's a little part of me that goes, well, they've left the venue. Yeah. You're all cleaning up. Yeah. We've all moved on. Maybe, okay, go ahead and...
That was my argument, yeah. But and then also, like, I had no control over when this happened. It was a surprise to me.
Okay. So
I was made out to be the bad person of it all.
Having been through it, right, and this is important for this person to get a bit of an answer, but having been through it, was it worth the World War III, or would you have, if you could have your time again, would you have it differently?
Absolutely. I would be highly recommending that this person wait at least until the day after, because it is their day. It's not about you. It's not about, your love. It's about them. So 100%.
And all good with your family now? We've moved on?
Totally. But I reckon it took 6 months, mate. It was
It's Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins.
Yeah, in the flesh. One of my good mates, a Wildcats champion, and into even bigger and better things post-career, a fan favourite amongst listeners of this station. It's good to have you here, mate. Damian Martin.
It's good to be back. This was like a second home for a long, long time, and sitting across from you again, you're absolutely dominating what you're doing on Brekkie Radio, so I feel like a proud... older, younger brother? Actually, I have no idea how old you are.
Well, from the salt and pepper in the hair.
I'll go older. I might even be like the old uncle with how many greys I've got now. So, no, it's good to be back, mate.
And you've brought in a guest today. What a little ripper. Tell us about this guest.
Yeah, so I brought Red. Red is a greyhound, was a racing greyhound, now retired, and in retirement is looking for a permanent home. So I've been fortunate enough to come on board for the last 2 years with greyhounds as pets, and the month of April is Greyhound Adoption Month, and Saturday we're having a big day in particular down at the Greyhounds as Pets facility on Fernie Road in Southern River, and we're trying to get people to fill in applications so that we can meet potential dog owners and make sure that you got the right greyhound for the right home and vice versa. But in the meantime, I've been taking Red around, having some fun, and I can't help myself. I look up what they're like as racing dogs, and Red was pretty quick.
Yeah, they're fun, aren't they? They're just stunning pets. But for you, to take on an ambassador role for something like this, it means it has to hit you in the heart somewhere. You've got to be passionate about it. So what is it about making sure people are adopting these greyhounds that really hits the feels for someone like you?
Oh, look, it started as just a conversation between friends. So I was fortunate enough to know Mara, who's in the studio and is the dog whisperer. She works with greyhounds as pets and is brilliant. And then another friend who actually used to work for the Wildcats, and they said, can we meet to chat about the possibility of coming on board? And one of the requirements I had was, let me foster first just to make sure there is a connection. And if I'm going to, come on board as an ambassador, I want to believe in what I'm saying. We had a dog in for 4 weeks by the name of Turtle. And that fostering experience blew my mind. Was amazing with the affection side of it. So lazy, which surprised me. I thought I'd have to be out there on the track running around with a greyhound instead of 30-minute walk in the morning, and then they want to relax for the remaining 23 and a half hours of the day.
I've heard that they can sleep for up to 20 hours a day. Is that right?
They're great companion dogs because they just want to sit at your feet.
Now, people who want to adopt a greyhound, what are the boxes that they need to tick themselves as a family if they want to come and adopt one?
Fill in the application, and I like to, I shouldn't compare it to like Tinder, but you go on greyhoundsaspets.com.au and they have profile pictures of each of the greyhounds and then the situation to which they'll be best suited to. So if you're a single person that travels a lot, there might be a type of greyhound for you. If you're a family like I am with multiple children, in a backyard, it's a different type of greyhound again. So, it's all on their website.
Now, listen, we just got to touch on one other thing. You can't come into our studio and come and catch up after years without us giving you a little bit of the Pete and Kimber Show treatment.
Oh, no.
All right? So, now we put in a phone call because frankly, he's got a bit of time at the moment because the season's over. We put in a phone call to Jesse Wagstaff, the captain of the Perth Wildcats and a good friend of yours. And we said to him, hey, Rami, can you call him and just ask him if there's anything else that we should do with Damo while he's here? Just have a bit of a chat. This is what he had to say.
Jesse Wagstaff, we've got Damo on the show today. What do you think we should be doing with him?
Well, I think you know what Damo deserves. I think he deserves a cream pie quiz. I think you should have cream pie. I don't think anyone deserves a cream pie more than Damo, to be honest.
Is he smart? Will he actually get the questions right and then avoid being cream pied, or do you reckon he'll get cream pied?
I reckon we can lock it in that he's getting cream pied.
I should have known. I should have known that walking into this studio, sitting across from you, something was inevitably going to happen.
Now, I'll put myself up against you as well, right? But are you up for the cream pie quiz?
Let's do it.
All right, fantastic.
Coming
up next.
I rarely iron a shirt, so this is going to really backfire. This was a big day for me.
I hope you brought a spare one.
It's Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins.
Damian Martin is with us in the studio right now. Okay, so we've spoken about this incredible celebration of adopting greyhounds because it's National Greyhound Adoption Month. Are you ready for the cream pie quiz?
Oh, I am. And look, just in case I've got pie all over my face shortly, can I just mention one more thing?
Yeah, go on.
Normally $200 to adopt a greyhound. For the month of April, it's $75. And if you're considering a dog of any breed, please consider greyhounds because, like I said, so many misconceptions around them. Absolutely brilliant. And we continue to foster to this day. Now, bring on the cream pie quiz.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned all of that now because you're about to have a mouthful of cream pie. So let's go.
It's time for Pete and Kimber's Cream Pie Quiz.
Producer Rami, hello.
Hello, Pete. Hello, Damo.
Hello, mate.
Mate, don't worry. It's a lot of fun and a lot less harmless than it looks, okay? So just so you know, Cream Pie Quiz, we're not going to use actual pies. What I've got for you here is shaving cream because it looks better. Okay, so I've got a towel for you there. We look after you, don't we worry. And name is your buzzer. So it's going to be an actual quiz. So Pete versus Damo. Name is your buzzer. I've got a list of questions. Do you guys want to know what the theme is?
What's the theme?
The theme is dogs.
Oh, fantastic.
So I'll just get the cream pie ready. Oh, it's wet.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, okay. Let's hope the other can works.
Did you guys test the creamness?
Gotta love live radio.
Oh, wait. There we go.
Is that better? That's good.
Wet. Okay. Oh, that's wet. Oh, can you hear that? All right, first question. Which sense is up to 10,000 times more sensitive in dogs?
Buzz that.
Oh,
Damian.
All right, Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz.
Here, go on.
I'll go smell.
Well done.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Cream pie!
Oh, yeah, go on. Bring it on. Oh my God! What was that? Why is it just so wet? All it is just.
Second question.
Okay.
What breed of dog is known for being the smallest in the world?
Pete.
Oh, surely you don't know this.
I'm going to give it a go.
Go.
Chihuahua.
Correct.
Oh, yes.
No.
Get him.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah,
All right,
don't
cream
feel bad.
pie.
He's up for it. There we go.
I was so polite about it as well.
Why are you guys always so polite to the guests?
We want them to come back.
Right.
You have to come back. You get paid, but we want the guests to come back.
Okay.
All right, third question. What is the dog breed that is often referred to as a sausage dog?
Damian.
Go, Damian.
There's schnitzel, there's schnoodle. My sister's got one.
I'm
having a play.
He's freaking
Time's
out.
up. Time's up.
No, give him another
Yeah.
second.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, the sausage dog is a schnauzer.
Nothing can save you now. Go, Pete. What is it?
Dachshund.
Correct.
Thank
Sorry,
you very
Damon.
much.
Looking
Yeah,
at my-
another one. All right, a little bit harder this. Thank you. There you go. Have that.
My sister has one. We just saw it the other day.
Gee whiz.
All right.
The nerves of the quiz got to me.
Damon's been cream pied twice.
Up his
Pete,
luck.
you've been cream pied once.
All right, let's go.
This is the final question.
Last question.
Which dog breed is the only dog mentioned by name in the Bible?
Oh.
Look, Jesus was a shepherd.
Yeah.
And you know what's good at rounding up sheep?
Oh, mate, he didn't have a red Kelpie.
How many border collies were in Jerusalem? I'm not locking that in, by the way. I didn't say my name.
Okay, is anyone going to buzz in with an answer?
An ancient
Buzz
dog.
Damian. Oh, month of April. Yeah. Greyhound adoption month. Surely it was a greyhound.
Was
that
it a greyhound?
they had in the Bible?
Was Jesus a betting man?
You are correct. Pete's getting cream pie.
You're joking.
The answer is greyhound cream pie.
Oh, my God. That's disgusting.
The
I don't know
answer
what you've
is
done
the
to that.
greyhound.
No wonder he had to turn water into wine because he lost all his money at the track betting on red over there.
That is the cream pie quiz.
Hey, thank you. You're doing wonderful work. Thanks so much for what you're doing for these greyhounds. Greyhound Adoption Month. Just one more time. Where is it? What date? And how can people get involved?
Fernie Road down in Southern River if you want to come down on Saturday, but you do need to fill an application in advance so we can try to start matching you with the right greyhound. Otherwise, the whole adoption month, please contact Greyhounds as Pets. You can go to their website, greyhoundsaspets.com.au, and begin the process.
Good on you, mate. Good to see you.
You too, mate.
Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins. 6 to 9 weekdays. You can't miss Pete and Kimber with Ben Cousins. And you can't miss with whatif.com. With loads of accommodation options plus flights, car hire and things to do. Book your trip at whatif.com or download the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel?